My name is Harley Blakeman, and just like about 27 million other Americans, I have a felony criminal record. It never occurred in my mind that I am going to be a felon or I'm going to commit a crime. I had life circumstances that caused me to go in a direction where I ended up making poor decisions like so many other people do and get caught. When I was 15 years old, my mother had just divorced my father. She became a full-blown drug addict and disappeared from my life for years before I heard from her again. Right after my mother left my father, my dad passed away in a tragic motorcycle accident, leaving my older brother and I completely alone to fend for ourselves at such a young age. I started sleeping on friends' couches at 16 years old. I was virtually homeless and didn't have any parental guidance. So literally at 16 years old, I stopped going to high school and I started doing and selling drugs to take care of myself. Selling drugs in my hometown eventually led to me selling them in other towns, and by the time I was 18 years old, I was selling drugs in states that I didn't live in, and I got arrested for drug trafficking in Savannah, Georgia when I was 18 years old. A couple months after my arrest, I went to court, and at 18 years old, my first time ever being arrested, I was sentenced to 14 months in prison with 10 years of parole. The day I got out of prison, I decided I'm never coming back. I want to be a better person, and I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen in my life. I moved to Columbus, Ohio, went to community college, went on to Ohio State University and graduated with a business degree, top of my class honors. But what I found was that even though 5.5 years had passed, I had been sober, I had been working hard, doing everything I could to overcome my past, employers weren't ready to give me a chance. I interviewed with about 36 Fortune 500 companies, always getting rejected after telling them upfront and honest that I made mistakes in my past and that I had paid my debt to society. Eventually I did find a good job, and I worked for 1.5 years as a production supervisor with a Fortune 500 company. I even got a promotion while I was there. But I knew that I could do more. With my passion for helping other people overcome their criminal histories and the knowledge I gained in business school and in the tech community, I wanted to bring technology to this issue. How could I help millions of Americans find employment faster so that we could help them not go back to prison? About 77% of Americans go back to prison within 5 years of getting out, but the key is gainful employment. They struggle to find employment, and for that reason, they can't take care of their families, they can't even take care of themselves. They end up committing a crime and going back to prison. I started honestjobs.co with the mission of being the single largest contributor to the reduction of recidivism. Honestjobs.co works because we work for employers. Companies come to us of all sizes, mom and pop shops to Fortune 500 companies, because they want to offer fair chance employment. You want to hire people who are qualified and have a great attitude, and then consider their criminal record, not vice versa. And if you're willing to do that, you should definitely check out honestjobs.co. We already have over 100 employers using us nationwide, and you should be considering all talent pools if they have a good attitude and they're qualified. Please become a fair chance employer and consider job candidates like myself when you're recruiting. So hope these HR managers understand. Yep. Cool.